So last week I did Path to Wholeness, and then I realized I actually did part 2, not part 1, because part of the thing of how I got to where I was trauma. And so I just want to tell you a little bit about that today. So sometimes when you're in situations that seem hopeless or bad or whatever, I hate it when people, that's where they land and they just stay there. So in 2010, that was the year that my dad passed away. So for anybody who knows my father would have an understanding that that was a very bad year. And so 2010, he passed away. And at the end of 2010, due to some things that happened, my income dropped by 60%. That was the end of the, towards the end of the recession. And it was something that was policy changes that changed my income. It didn't have anything to do with me necessarily. And so I am looking at, oh, well, we got to do something. So at our church, we had this prayer walk at the beginning of the year. So this would have been 2011. And they had stations. So you prayed for your family, you prayed for your the nations, different things. One of the areas, though, was to sit and pray for where you work. And so it's interesting because I was at the station by myself. There wasn't anybody else there. And I just prayed. I said, Lord, whatever I'm supposed to do to supplement my income, please just make it obvious. And I had talked to my kids before that, just letting them know there might be some schedule changes. And so I just said, please make it obvious. And then went on, didn't think anything more about it that night. The next day I walk into my office and the owner of the company asks me into his office and said, offered me the job of managing broker. Now you have to understand, when in my mind, the word title is in 6-point font. The word responsibility is in 60-point font. So I don't usually want things that have titles because I know it means commensurate responsibility. And I really wasn't interested, went home, told the kids about it, and my son said, well, that just seems obvious. I looked at him and I thought, oh my. I don't think I would have taken the job had he not said that, because it wasn't something I really wanted to do. But about 10 years later, I realized I have found my niche in life. And it came from trauma. I wouldn't have landed there without the trauma. So I just want to let you know, sometimes when it looks really bad, it does.